Welcome back to Blast Guys Reviews. In this special video, we're going to be talking about Joytoy Warhammer 40k Black Templars Emperor Champions. We're going to be talking about Rolantis and Bayard. We're going to talk about, can you have two Emperor Champions at the same time? We're going to talk about something very special, in my opinion, is the black swords that these figures come with. And so join me in this very special video and dive into some of the Black Templars lore, and let's have some fun. So these figures fastly became some of my favorite figures that I own and was very anticipated for. So one of the things when I started looking at it, and then I was like, we have two Emperor's Champions. Can you have two Emperor Champions, or can there only be one? So within my research, I found some stuff that says, nope, you can't take more than one Emperor's Champion in one detachment. It says so in the Black Templars lore. And then I found some information that says by tradition, there only can be one Emperor's Champion for an entire chapter, but in practice, there is usually only one champion per Black Templar crusade. And since only a handful of Emperor's Champions arise each century, their emergence is a miracle worthy of remembrance, and at any given time, there can only be one in a chapter. So, to put both of these figures on your battlefield would probably be a mistake when it comes to the lore. But obviously, they're your figures. You can do what you want. So, if you guys know any more about that, share with the community. I'd like to open up a discussion for this video on this topic. I think it'd be kind of fun to see everybody's thoughts and opinions, and if anybody has more information about the rules or not. I'm sure on a tabletop game, you're probably going to have one champion per chapter. So that's, I don't know for sure because I don't play the tabletop game. But moving into some of the other stuff in this video is we're going to take a comparison of the figures. I recommend you check out both of my reviews for these figures. I'm not going to go through all the accessories. But we're basically going to compare the figures, and we're going to compare the black swords and talk more about that. So let's take a look at the figures for a few seconds. Here they are. You can choose if you want to have one or the other or both, like myself. They're just two amazing figures and just wanted them both. And so my universe, I guess I can do what I want. Your universe, you can do what you want. But if you're those technical guys to where you live by the lore, that's on you. So, but here's the front of the figures. This is how they compare. The height, the armor, and all the gear. I guess it's worth noting that Bayard comes with two necklaces if you wanted to. And if you don't care about mix and match in your accessories, you can probably give one to Rolantis here and have, a little more detail on him, which is a pretty good idea. Here are the figures back to back. There's a side profile. Other side profile. There's the back. You definitely can see a lot of similarities in the figures. Alright, so let's compare these black swords. Here is this side of the sword. You can see how they're different with the print. The overall handles and paint, everything is almost identical from here down. The blade, almost silver on the tip of this one versus that one. Then we have the different print sculpted right into the blade, which is fantastic. And here's the other side. You can see there's different prints on different sides of the swords. Look very, very cool. So in battle, the Emperor's Champion fights alone. Even through the might stride through the ranks of the battle brothers, he does not heed the orders of the captains, nor share his objectives. He exists only to vanquish the most powerful foes of the Emperor, singling them out in personal combat, destroying them apart with his devastating blows from his black sword. So these guys are pretty much loners in battle. They pretty much just destroy the toughest foes, basically trying to take out the officers, cutting the head off the snake so the battle doesn't pursue more longer than it has to, eventually saving lives of many Space Marines. Now, the Blood Templars, Emperor's Champions, they don the armor of faith that you see here in front of you. But it is rare for the Emperor's Champions to live long beyond donning the armor of faith because of their duty and what they have to do on the battlefield. Because the Emperor's Champions, they'll just hurl herself right into the thickest fighting or against the greatest enemy of or warlords. And that's why the Black Sword, paired with the Armor of Faith, is the traditional weapon of the Emperor's Champion. This is a massive two-handed power sword blessed by the chapter chaplains. It becomes a deadly weapon in the hands of the chosen of the Black Templars. The Black Sword is one of the most exquisitely master-crafted weapons in the whole of the Imperium. It is perfectly balanced to allow it to be used either one-handed or two-handed grip. It allows the Emperor's Champion either to deliver a fury of fast slashes and stabs or slowly, but much more damaging hacking blows to his opponents. And if you watch my reviews, the Black Templars possesses only 10 of these sacred weapons. And as a collector, I strongly, really hope that we can get all 10 of these Black Swords. Does that mean we get 10 Emperor's Champions? I don't know. Does that we get a battle pack of swords? I don't know. We'll leave that to Joytoy to find out. But I'm making this video just because I thought it was very interesting as a collector on a figure base to have 2 of the Black Swords. So I always say throughout my videos, I really think that Joytoy really gives you unique, one-of-a-kind pieces that you really can't get anywhere else. So this is basically a video just for some fun and a comparison of these awesome figures and accessories. So highly recommend these figures. Don't forget to check out my reviews for both. They're great. I try to add a little bit of lore, a little bit of information to each video as I can. And don't forget to hit thumbs up for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more reviews or any other cool videos like this. And we will see you in our next review.